Today's a sad day for 90 Day Fiancé fans as beloved star reveals heartbreaking health update. A beloved 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Star shared a heartbreaking health update, leaving fans concerned and emotional as news of their condition spreads online. Several 90 Day Fiancé stars are embracing motherhood, sharing pregnancy journeys, baby milestones, and parenting moments on social media. Fans love watching these reality stars transition from on-screen drama to real-life parenting, building families beyond the cameras and reality TV spotlight. Motherhood isn't limited to having a baby on 90 Day Fiancé. Many stars proudly embrace life as pet parents, showcasing deep bonds with their dogs and cats. These 90 Day Fiancé fan-favorite moms prove that nurturing, love, and responsibility define motherhood, whether it's raising children or caring for beloved pet companions on and off screen. One such mom is a 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Season 9 cast member who embraced a pet as her son under painful circumstances. Julia Trubkina shared some painful news about her health with fans, revealing the condition that's been ailing her since she was a teenager. "I usually don't like to explain or clarify anything, but now I've decided to do it," she wrote in her new caption while adding some behind-the-scenes photos of her with Brandon Gibbs filming Happily Ever After with their crew. Julia shared that too many people were more curious about her life and health than I do. She explained that the tests that she underwent in Russia had revealed that she had a thyroid problem. Julia told her followers that she has irregular periods where they don't come every month as they should. At times, she misses her periods for a few months and lasts for 2 weeks with terrible pain. Julia also revealed that she has had cystitis since she was 14 years old. Unfortunately, it is a condition that cannot be treated but can be stopped with medication. Julia admitted that these were all her words and not professional terms of doctors. In a 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2 episode, Julia revealed that a doctor in Russia once told her she may never be able to have biological children. The news left her devastated, and she shared that she didn't pursue a second opinion because of both emotional distress and financial constraints, choosing instead to quietly carry the burden for years. Viewers could see how deeply hurt she was, with many noting that her tears and fear felt real. On social media, Julia's supporters said she wasn't looking for answers, just comfort. Her emotional moment reminded people that fertility struggles are personal and not something easily solved or talked about. However, Julia had not disclosed what health problems she had. While Julia was choosing to keep her health struggles private, the latest Happily Ever After episode showed Julia getting a sonogram that showed she had uterine polyps. Still, she was asked to get blood tests done, after which it would take a couple more weeks for the specialists to determine what could be done to help Julia have a baby. Our take on Julia showing readiness to have a baby with Brandon. Julia seemed to have decided that she could never become a mom because of what the Russian doctor told her. She was even scared of getting second opinion because she knew it would break her heart again. Yet, with Brandon's support, Julia gathered the courage to get the tests done again, perhaps with a silver lining being revealed for her and Brandon's family planning on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 Episode 5 Review, Are we being punked? Does anyone else feel like we're being punked with 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9? Just when it seemed the franchise was inching toward a comeback, 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 Episode 5 stumbles in wearing last year's plotlines and smelling faintly of desperation. The editors have somehow perfected the art of stretching 10 minutes of story into 2 hours of television. It's like being served a charcuterie board where all the meat and cheese has been replaced with unsalted crackers. Gino and Jasmine, the never-ending shriekfest on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? We start with Gino and Jasmine's reunion, which began on a somewhat civil note and then quickly devolved into a screaming match that made me reach for the mute button. There's shouting, and then there's whatever the hell that was, a shrill symphony of emotional warfare that could peel the paint off your walls. Here's the thing, Gino's sudden change of heart about his marriage isn't that sudden. It's painfully clear he's been mentally preparing to exit for a while, probably since the first time Jasmine side-eyed him for wearing that cursed hat indoors. He's been marinating in suspicion about Matt long before agreeing to an open marriage, and yet somehow, he's the victim? Sure, Jan. The irony is rich. Jasmine has put up with Gino's many fibs and half-truths, but the moment she's accused of moving on, he's practically on the phone with a divorce attorney. And of course, instead of admitting his part in this disaster, Gino pulls out the OL gaslighting playbook until Jasmine is questioning her reality. What's truly shocking is that members of Gino's own family are taking Jasmine's side, essentially telling him to get a grip. If your relatives are siding with the woman you've been accusing for months, maybe, just maybe, you're the problem. And now, with the bombshell that Matt is Jasmine's baby daddy, this storyline has officially jumped from messy to Maury. If Gino had even a flicker of interest in salvaging this marriage, that light just went out. Expect him to use this as a springboard to divorce and move on to his next doomed relationship. Matt, meanwhile, actually listens to Jasmine, treats her well, and seems like he might be capable of existing without a fedora glued to his scalp. I'd say she's trading up. And if the chaos promised in the 90-Day Fiance, Happily Ever After? Season 9 trailer is any indication, the upcoming party where Jasmine and Natalie are in the same room will be the reality TV equivalent of a car crash you can't look away from. But seriously, why are two grown women fighting over Gino? I wouldn't wish that fate on my worst enemy. Darcy and Georgie, noises for the camera. Speaking of things no one asked for, Darcy decided it would be cute to make exaggerated it wasn't why. It wasn't flirty. It was pure second-hand embarrassment. Look, honeymoon suites have reputations. Everyone knows what they're for. But Darcy made sure the entire hotel knew, just in case the soundproofing was decent. Noise is loud enough for Georgie to hear from outside the room. It's the kind of stunt you pull when you're painfully aware your storyline is circling the drain and you're desperately trying to cling to screen time. The sad part is there's nothing left to explore here. This isn't a relationship arc anymore, it's two people killing time between paid brand trips. No amount of editing wizardry can turn this storyline into something watchable. It's a filler package in human form. Brandon and Julia, the unexpected MVPs. And then we have Brandon and Julia, who somehow, against all odds, have become the most compelling couple of the season. Maybe it's because their issues actually feel rooted in reality instead of producer-manufactured chaos. Julie is still battling with Brandon's parents' constant interference and his tendency to sit silently while she takes the heat, but their current focus, whether to have kids, has actual stakes. You can see the weight of it on both of them, and it's miles more engaging than watching someone rehearse a screaming match for the cameras. Julia's journey this season feels authentic. She's wrestling with her own hesitations about motherhood while trying to navigate a marriage where her in-laws are practically a third partner. Brandon, bless his heart, still needs to learn how to be a united front with his wife, but at least they're dealing with real-life questions instead of manufactured brawls over who texted who. They're not perfect, far from it, but their dynamic has genuine emotional beats that make me want to keep watching. That's rare on a season where half the cast seems to be phoning it in. The biggest problem with 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Right now is that it's forgotten how to balance drama with progress. We're getting endless loops of the same fights, recycled confessionals, and irrelevant filler scenes that serve no purpose beyond inflating runtime. It's almost insulting that producers think they can keep tossing 2-hour episodes at us without actually moving the story forward. Reality TV works when it feels messy and meaningful. Right now, it's just messy, and not in the fun way. At this point, I'm not sure if TLC's keeping all this pointless footage because they think fans want it, or because they have nothing else to air. Either way, it's becoming a chore to sit through. If the back half of the season doesn't bring something fresh, and soon, this could go down as one of the franchise's weakest installments yet. And that's saying something. So, what do you think? Are you as over the repetitive scenes and manufactured drama as I am? Or are you somehow still invested in watching these couples hash out the same fights week after week? Sound off in the comments, preferably with less screeching than Gino and Jasmine.